As long as I'm alive, I'm never going to deny my humanity. I am in a body, experiencing a life where I have my shadow, desires, preferences, personality, traumas, ego, and fears. And some of these might be processed and healed. Others will not. And that's okay. I'm human, with a body. I'm not someone that has transcended this reality. I'm never going to see this and say honestly, I don't desire that. I wouldn't want that. But I also know I'm more than my human. And how can I say this? How do I know this? I'm conscious, right? I experience through what's been called awareness, consciousness, presence, the observer. And this witness experiences life through my human. This is what the truth is. Presence, here and now. And that presence has always been with you. Consciousness is truth. The question is, though, what is this presence? Because I refuse to believe that it's just my brain thinking. I experience through my bodily sensations, pleasure, pain, cravings, feelings, heartbreak, falling in love, thoughts, loneliness, and emotions. But no matter what I go through, this awareness is always here with me. If you're familiar with seeking truth, you might have heard the phrase, I am that I am. I am that I am. This is what the truth is. So let's dig deep into philosophy and ultimate truth there. Because where does truth come from? What is true? Ultimately, you experience everything from within yourself. Without your experience, nothing would exist at all. So mind sort of always comes before matter. Because why would anything exist if it can't be experienced? But what you experience with, this is the universe. Universe. It's so obvious. And honestly, I don't know what to believe about science or religion. God said, let there be light, and scientists believes in the Big Bang. It's ultimately the same thing, because it all started with nothing. But how can we exist at all if it was nothing for eternity? What does this mean about reality and truth if nothing became something? Nothing became this universe. Nothing became your experience you're having right now. Then what is nothing really? This simply means that nothing is not nothing. Nothing can be something. And if nothing can be something, then nothing can be anything. The complete mindfuck here is that this translates to that you are not really separate from this nothing. Because this nothingness is what everything stems from. And I like the term, nothing is the infinite potential in the unmanifested void. Nothing is the infinite potential in the unmanifested void. Nothing is everything. And that includes you. And we can go even deeper here and use the term God, whatever God means. God is in truth nothing that can do and experience everything. And you are experiencing something now that's a part of everything, which means that God is your true nature. You are God, and so are everyone and everything else, in a way our bodies and minds can't comprehend. Now, how come you didn't know this? Well, we forgot. And we and you and me, we made that decision to forget on purpose. Whatever you are going through, you actually on some conscious or advanced subconscious level chose it. But we don't remember anything but this life. So before birth, me and you, we went through the veil of forgetfulness. And as nothing, that is everything. That's possible. To experience something and forget what you truly are and always has been. But here comes an even more extreme twist that haunts me. Because what do you see when you witness Earth and humanity? I see a game of constant survival, where everything is about protecting your individual ego, your human, because this is what you experience through and what's real to you right now, your separate self, where you and me play a game where we chase safety, success, approval, desires, survival, food, sex, fun, and reproduction. Everything seems to be about the survival and wellness of the separate flesh we possess and inhabit. You want to escape what hurts, pain, burning, hunger, fears, loneliness, death, and suffering. So Earth is a game of survival, and the game includes separation. And for our experience to continue on, and for us to escape pain, we sort of need to play this game. These conditions own us. And from a higher point of view, from a higher dimension or plane, it says that nothing is really separate. Everything is connected. Everything is nothing. Everything is God. There's this phrase that goes, the one is the all and all is the one. Everything is one. That the truth is non-dual. And this means what haunts me. This means that God within this game, God plays to survive and eats itself, kills itself, and also reproduces itself to continue playing. On Earth we see animals killing and eating animals. Nature has an ecosystem that results in balance, where God consumes and reproduces itself. And we as humans, we compete. No one acts in oneness. We all act in a way of separation, because that's necessary for the game. So we compete against each other for resources, safety, land, school, money, jobs. And we compete for people, friends, partners. We compete for love. And as separate individuals, we also chase and hustle to prove our worth. Money, shelter, fitness, attractiveness, and status. You get the point. And the attributes of those that win the human game are the attributes of the things we link to success. And these are all linked to survival, safety, and sex. Survival, safety, and sex. And this seems to be the game of separation that we experience right now. We are nothing, eternity, God, that somehow chose to experience this separation, this game. Nothing decides to taste to be something. Non-duality decides to taste duality. Complete oneness and singularity decides to taste separation. The unconditional decides to taste the conditional. What is eternal and forever decides to taste life and death. What's limitless tastes what's limited. And here is sort of where the existential pain comes in. Because I understand by now, through existential crisis, realizing that I'm truly going to die one day. Heartbreak, psilocybin, and seeking truth until exhaustion. I've realized that the truth has always been nothing. And this should set me free. This is liberation. This truth that I am God. It's too amazing to be true. But here's the paradox. I'm still here within a conditional body. I'm still Ludwig, the human. And the biggest part of me feels like for sure is my individual separate self. Ludwig. And Ludwig, he wants love, he wants to be seen, relationships, told he's smart. He wants to be witnessed. He craves pleasure, porn, and amazing sex. And he wants to have fun, be safe, fulfill desires, and have admiration and money. Ludwig can't cope with the truth that is nothing and no one, even though this is true freedom. And he fears. I fear rejection, pain, failure, and death. Because they feel real to me right now as I play this game. So it becomes an inner war. God within me is saying, you are already free. There's nothing to chase. There's nothing to do. An ego in me is screaming, no, I need more. I need her back. I need proof that I'm worthy. Simply put, awakening and knowing the truth doesn't erase the body. And the program that makes me keep going and chasing worth is the program of the Matrix. And the Matrix exists because if we truly embraced I am nothing. I don't need to do anything. I already have eternal worth. I am love right now. I can access this love here and now. I am God. I am eternity. If we truly collapsed the matrix and went into this truth, life would probably collapse on itself. It would not continue. Humanity and perhaps Earth would end. Because we would all just celebrate that we're God and don't give a crap about anything. Because nothing will always be nothing. So maybe here's what's important. The ego isn't my enemy. It's just part of this game. It's not some demon I need to kill. Ego is just the child of God that hasn't really woken up yet. It's scared and confused, trying to survive in a world that feels separate. Ego will always be there as long as I'm alive. And it says, I need proof, I need her, I need success. I need to witness it in the reality that I experience. But underneath, it's also love in disguise. It's love trying to feel safe, love trying to find connection, love trying to remember itself. So I don't need to hate my ego or make war on it. I can hold it like a part of myself. I can love my ego. And I can say, I see you. I know you're afraid. I know you want more. And I still love you. Because if I reject my ego, I'm rejecting part of myself. Loving my ego could be how I stop the war inside, how I return to wholeness. But I also realize that I'm completely stuck here. I desire and I wait for the soulmate. I desire a fit and sexy body. I desire to prove my worth through whatever my preferences are. And whatever my programs, the matrix, tells me is worthiness within this game. I'm stuck because I know deep down that nothing lasts. Nothing lasts. Everything I gain, I will lose. There's no meaning to life. There's nothing I'm supposed to do, because nothing will always be nothing. In an advanced way, I already have everything I desire, because what else is there to chase when I am everything? I am God. I am that I am. And I don't claim to see and understand this all the time, but it is true. And by now I have tasted a bit of truth, and it kind of hurts. I understand in a way that everything is an illusion. I struggle to play the game as I used to. I understand in a way that this experience is tilted towards fulfilling conditions, limitations, money, surviving and suffering. And love, what we humans call love, is where life has cut the deepest. Heartbreak was probably the realest I have tasted. We fall, we give our hearts, we get broken. It feels so real. And it's still filtered through separation. I love you so often means I need you. There's so much fear around what we humans call love. And maybe in higher realms, where people are more conscious, realms that look like heaven, compared to Earth. In worlds we are more free and more in alignment with truth. Maybe love doesn't come with fear. But here on Earth, love feels like survival mixed with truth. And it cuts deep. And when someone leaves, like she left me, it feels like dying. Because the ego made her the proof of my worth. She was everything I thought I wanted. But even heartbreak is a way God tastes itself. And I don't know how we return to truth. I don't know what the path looks like. I know that the truth is more amazing than we can ever imagine. I know it will generate a feeling or an understanding that has been developed from infinity for us to go through. Because when you think about it, eternity and nothing, it led to this moment, here and now, this life, this experience. So, whatever you're going through right now, whatever the up or down is, look at it like a chapter in a book that will be the best possible. Because this is what nothing decides to do. God decides to forget itself just to eventually remember itself. And in the end, every illusion will fade, every mask will fall, every fake promise of worth will crumble. And what remains is what was always true. Nothing, God, love. The one that is the all that is the one. Unharmed, eternal, already free. So yes, life here is brutal. It feels like survival. Masks, heartbreak. A body that's both a gift and a prison. But beneath it, you're already home. You're already nothing. You're already God. Nothing can change that. And maybe the most honest thing we can do is to keep holding both truths. I am love itself. To know that. And also hold that you're also this fragile human who longs for love and wants to survive. Not either or, but both. And when the illusions fade, as they always will, you'll eventually see that you were never really lost. You were always here. I love you. Take care of yourself.